My sister and I have different dads. When she turned 18, my dad and she slept together, ongoing for many years off and on. This is a fucking shit show. My sister and I are 10 wires apart. I'll try to say all of this in order. My mom and dad grew up together. Before they got together, my mom was with another man. We would call him Rich. My mother had 2 kids with him, my sister and oldest brother. Rich was a terrible human being and burned my brother's hand on the stovetop and threw him up against a wall as an infant. Luckily, my brother is alive today. I don't know how Rich didn't get jail time, but my mom had my older siblings taken away from her. She left Rich and got custody back. Moving the story along, my mom eventually got with my dad and had me and my brother. 2 girls, 2 boys. When I was 8, my dad and sister slept together. My mom first noticed that my sister had a hickey on her neck, and from there, she happened to notice things and even catch things. But I'm not telling this story from my mom's POV. Growing up, my brother and I were close and played around the house. One day when my mom went to work, I eventually noticed my sister missing. I looked around the house and eventually asked my dad where she was. Walking into the room, my dad raged and screamed at us to get out. Were so scared we ran. My sister was under the covers, giving him a BJ. My brother ended up telling my mom and my dad denied everything and whooped my brother. I took a break and then whooped him again. Hat night, my parents argued. I can't put everything in this post because it would go on long, but to give you an idea of how things were growing up, we were scared of my dad growing up, and we often caught things. Many times my dad would tell us not to say anything because we would destroy the family. Many times our mother questioned us. Many times we would get verbally or physically abused for telling the truth, and many times my mom left and went back to him. It was horrible and traumatic, and even through all of that, my brother and I loved our dad because he's dad. My aunts and uncles knew what was happening, which added fuel to the fire. They used to sit me down and make me cry by telling me how my dad was no good. Why family would even be mean to me because of how I looked like him. And I suffered some physical abuse there too. Moving along. My mom always returned to my dad, and we didn't help the situation since we would tell her we missed him. When I was growing up, I wanted my dad's attention. Somehow I was a daddy's girl, but because my sister and he were having an affair, he always put her before me. Sometimes, he would say we would have a daddy and daughter day, which was just an excuse to hang out with my sister. He'll buy me ice cream but won't talk to me, just her. For apparent reasons, my sister and I hated each other. One incident was when my dad took my brother, sister, and me to a hotel room. My parents were arguing over the situation, resulting in a high-speed chase. My dad grabbed us and tried to get away from my mom because she was trying to fight them. In that hotel room, my dad and sister had sex. In front of us, W were sitting by the window very uncomfortable, and they were under the covers trying not to it noticeable, but were not fucking dumb. Another time I caught them, I was about 16, 17 years old. My dad confronted me about what I saw, and I told him exactly what I saw, and it ended with him screaming in my face and threatening to slap the shit out of me if I said that lie again. H called me a sneaky-ass bitch and walked away. Fast forward to about 2018 and everything has ceased, including my dad building a house for my mom, etc. It's a long story. Long same shit is different day. I was 28 years old. And about 2 weeks ago, my mom texted me and told me that my nephew brother, not kidding, they had a baby together, caught them and then told my mom. My sister denied everything and my dad came clean. I picked up my nephew and brought him to my house. It is all a jumbled mess and I'm sorry. My brain is just going wild with all the memories, and this is my attempt to vent for the first time. There is a lot I left out and I want to say, but I'll have to do it again. I'll answer any questions and update you on the details if you have any questions. If you read this far, thanks for listening. This shit is actual, by the way. I do want to add that my mom didn't know about the abuse going on. We didn't talk about it. My mom was no saint and definitely could have done better at that time, but my mom had nothing and would have lost us if she left. There have been times when she sat us down and told us they were separating and that we could choose who to go with. I picked Dad only because leaving with my mom meant living with my aunt, who was also verbally abusive and a mean woman. Dad, if we just minded our business, we would be okay. My mom cried intensively and multiple times, had a panic attack, and was taken to the hospital. C stayed for us. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more great content. Hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Stay tuned because another exciting part of this video series will be coming soon. Until next time, take care and see you in the following video.